Destination Uri, the morning programme reaching out from the heart of Uri all across the planet. This old spaceship called Earth that we call home. We're here, and part and parcel of our custodianship of the Earth is looking after those bits of it on our doorstep, making sure that Mother Nature is well loved and well looked after. Which brings us into your territory of the Newry and Portadown branch of the Inland Waterways Association of Ireland. Brian Cunningham, you're very, very welcome.
Thank you, Ron.
What kind of canal week has it been?
It has been a very, very busy week.
Really?
Oh yeah, this past, you know, we're building up to the climax. We're putting in the gates at the summit level. And last week we spent actually cutting out the sluices on the gates. The gates are prefabricated steel. And then we had to paint the gates with a solution of phosphoric acid and water. Now I didn't know about this. This was all new, and it kills the rusts on the gates. So whenever they have to let them dry, then wash it off, let them dry, keep them dry, and then you're ready to paint. So we treated last week with phosphoric acid, and then on Tuesday of this week, we painted the first coat of paint.
Wow! And it's like almost like a tar paint.
It is. It's a horrible stuff to work with, but it comes off quite easily.
Yeah, it does its job, and that's the
so
important thing.
Then yesterday we went down to the locks themselves to see just how easy it will be to set the gates in, and of course Peter, the group of us there, and we were looking at the kingpin where the the gate post fits into. And I think we're hoping there's sand in them and not steel or something.
Something unforeseen.
Yeah, but there's an old gate has to be removed. So today today there's still painting going on. So I hope to get up there later. What else is happening?
There's a whole new camaraderie building because you're guys who were from diverse backgrounds, and suddenly there's some almighty power has tweak the knob and you're all in focus on the canal.
It's the esprit de corps is absolutely amazing with this group. I mean, the pride that people take in what we're doing and the sense of comradeship, it's almost like a First World War regiment, you know, going into
Why
battle.
is Dad's army coming to mind?
I mean, I was just thinking, I mean, if Peter were commanding general, the First World War would have been over by Christmas, you know. It's really, you feel you want to work for the people. You know,
he is a single-minded fellow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And any man that has spent 20 years of his life gone around the world to the far southern oceans, and rounding two horns in the oceans of the world, and have done so in a boat that he built with his partner Geraldine. You've got to take note of the fellow.
It's incredible. And then there's so many other talents coming through as well. I mean, we had Pat Watson from Bestbrook, who was a MIG welder. He welded the whole thing. Well, it was tacked together, you see.
Yes.
But he spent last week, 2 weekends ago, actually MIG welding. Now, I don't know, I mean, that was never my sort of thing. But people tell me that MIG welding requires great concentration. You know, if you hold it on too long, you'll burn a hole through the metal. So you've got to keep moving it together.
Wow.
So he spent that. And then we have other people doing, there's another gentleman, George, who turned out little, like dowels. For going into the gate posts themselves, so they'll finish in wood because
it's flush.
A
wooden flush finish. My goodness!
So that's the sort of thing we're at. And then there's bike rides. But the other thing too is, I mean, we have a couple of members, Peter White and a chap from Dromore who was an engineer, Philip Donald, and they have been doing a lot of historical investigations as well. They go down to they have been down in Dublin at the National Library. And getting a lot of, what we believe is actually new research, you know, things that were never, that would actually be worth. Ruth Delaney has a wonderful book, and McCutcheon has a wonderful book.
Yes, Delaney is the doyen of canal writing.
But they're beginning to discover, now she covers the whole of Ireland, of course, and we're specialising, but we're beginning to discover things, you know, that facts that sort of were, of course, it's a lifetime. I'm sure other people will find.
But isn't there something about it that is particularly wholesome, that you're able there to be at one with nature, improving a situation, and in your mind's eye, you must have a vision of that which is driving you on, the way it's going to be when the lock gates are finished, the water is returned. What's the vision you're seeing?
Well, I think we've got to be realistic as well. I mean, this canal has been derelict for a lifetime. And it would be nice to see it restored for use for pleasure craft. I mean,
Yeah.
it's never going to be a commercial canal.
No, no, no.
It's
no,
never going
no.
to carry commercial goods the way
Yeah.
it did before. But it could be a lovely, when you look at the canals in England and you look at what has possible there, from Sands's Mill right down is still an open waterway.
So if we're looking from Sands's Mill on the east,
Yes.
going to the west up past Violet Hills and Coleman's,
Yes.
how far are we going to be able to go
we
in terms of water in the canal?
Well, the way it's been envisaged at the minute is we can go up through Loch 2, Victoria Loch being the first loch.
Yeah.
So go through Loch 2.
Is that Riley's?
That's Riley's Loch.
Riley's
That'll be the
Loch.
first, and then up to into the next loch. Now there's a problem with getting on up through there. But when we put 4.5 miles of water into the Summit Canal,
Yeah.
you see that stretch will be open. So probably it's just a case of sort of slowly making progress
So
at
we'll
it
maybe
and,
have
and nipping away.
We'll have 4 or 5 miles
You
of
would,
water.
you would, yeah.
So people with canoes, families with
Yeah,
rowing
exactly.
boats
Yeah.
will be able to, and then if you as families are using it, as folk are using it, schools are using it,
Yep.
your membership of the branch will increase.
That's another thing. We have the Sluice Keeper's Cottage opening on Sunday from 10:30 to 4 down there just outside Points at the Loch Shark. And so that will be another added attraction.
Yes.
We have a display in there as well, and we'll welcome members of the public to that.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of keeping it going. I mean, people know, you know yourself over successive generations, you have done work and over the years, keeping it alive. I mean, it's keeping it alive, and if it had been lost, all those years ago, that would have been the end of it. And it was a good job just that it was used as a water course.
Well, we made sure we put our feet down and we did our best.
So, I mean,
but there cometh the hour, cometh the man. You people are for the moment. You are there now and doing.
Well, we're doing what we can. Yeah, we do what we can, and it's great. I mean, I enjoy it. And coming into this time of the year and a day like that, it's lovely to be out along there doing a bit of work.
The wildlife this time of year there, is it beginning to burgeon and bloom and all the rest of it?
With the gates, so far, we have been occupied mainly with the gates. There's been very little work, but Peter was just saying yesterday he did a walk along there on the lookout for giant hogweed.
Yes.
So as you know, we've been spraying that for I think was it 3-5 years or between 3 to 5 years.
You seem to
and
be.
it seems to be. He was just saying that it seems to be under control.
It seems to.
So maybe we'll be looking out for that, and if we need to go out then. So there's always these little things that come along to keep us going.
And in the meantime, you're part and parcel of the education system. You're bringing the word of the canal to the schools of the area.
Well, I wrote, because I'm from Portadown, I thought I would give it a go.
Oh, no, you're not. You're from Monaghan Row.
No. I haven't lived in Uri for 50 years now.
Really?
50 years now, so for goodness sake. I still feel a great affinity. It's funny, the older you get, the more affinity you feel for the place you come from.
You do.
I wrote to 14 schools, and 3 of them took up the offer. So I've been to 2 of them, and I've another one to go to. And if anyone's listening and
schools
want to talk,
contact us.
Contact you, and we'd be happy to do it.
Brian Cunningham, thank you very much.
You're
indeed.
very welcome.
You're very good, man. God bless you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank
Canal forever.
There you go.